Hey everybody, Philip Czarnecki here. In this video I'll be demoing the TOKI by 29 pedals, which is a low to medium high gain fuzz with very interesting features. You get a trim knob, which is your first gain stage. From there you go into a capacitor load control in form of a three-way toggle switch. After that follow two more toggle switches, a pad, which I would describe as a tone shaper, a gain toggle switch, which is your second gain stage, and at the end of the circuit you have your level knob, which is basically your master volume. You can place the TOKI wherever in your signal chain, at the beginning or at the end. You can even run it into a clean amp and use it as a tone shaper, not really as a fuzz. Very versatile. I will show you guys how this sounds in the outro of this demo. You can run whatever power into it, which I find really cool. You will not make it explode unless you really overdo it. Very versatile, very interesting. Let's check it out. Okay, Les Paul standard 50s into the Bloomfield drive plug-in by Turok and Mixwave. Which I have on a slight edge of breakup. Here comes the TOKI. Killer setting. I'm on the high setting on the gain toggle switch. I have the pad off and I'm on 200 on the capacitor load. So let's give it a bit more bite. This is what happens when you go to the 100 setting. Going back here and then playing around with the volume knob as I just did. If you saw a weird cut there, I had to tune quickly. Okay, but as you can tell, the 200 setting is a bit more smooth and the 100 setting is a bit more bright. And the smoothest and darkest setting on the capacitor load toggle switch is the 570 setting. It gets really woolly, and then let's leave it here, but then let's go to the high gain setting and kind of compensate there. Beautiful cleanup on all the settings. Gonna leave the capacitor load there and go for the bright pad as well as bright gain. And what I notice, first of all, super quiet fuzz, and second of all, there's less gain here. So beautiful low gain fuzz settings. Let's get rid of the pad, go to 200 and also some lower gain fuzz settings. I have the trim knob cranked all the time, by the way. So even lower, let's maybe give it a bit more level. So really fun, like this, bright gain and 200 here. Killer. Okay, let's go down here to 12 o'clock and low gain setting on this toggle switch. Beautiful. And then all the way counterclockwise on the trim knob. So it works, you know, even without the trim knob kind of in the circuit. This is without the TOKI. And with. So you can use it as a tone shaper. You can even run it into a clean amp, which is what I'm gonna do in my outro. I think if I start messing with the amp, this demo will be, you know, a gazillion hours long. But let's stay here. Let's go to 9 o'clock and dark setting. And maybe something like this. Low gain setting on the toggle switch. So I'm, you know, messing around volume knobs as well as a, you know, 12 o'clock gain setting with the brightest setting on the first capacitor load toggle switch, pad off and low gain. So, you know, I could be messing around like this forever. Maybe bright gain, this and off, like a last thing. And then, you know, I will play you out later with the TOKI going into a clean amp and my Tele, like a more ballad style type of outro, and using the TOKI as a tone shaper. Lots of killer options here. The TOKI is killer. Woo! Let's go for some slide again. Okay. I find the TOKI super interesting, very inspiring, very unique, very cool. I love the whatever power supply there. You know, you don't need to worry if you ever run too much volts into it. The fact that you can basically use it as a tone shaper, you know, with zero gain, basically up to a full-blown fuzz, is super cool, very versatile. Also a very small footprint, so, you know, does not take too much space on your pedal board. You know, there's always space for one more pedal there. I hope you liked the demo, guys. I'm really enjoying the TOKI. Check it out, 29 pedals is killer. Please subscribe, it's for free for you guys and it really means the world to me. Please leave me a like, leave me a comment, and I hope to see you for the next one. Clean TOKI outro coming up, and I hope to see you for the next one. Ciao, guys.